Alrighty, so I'm here with Chomp. I've just put the saddle on him, I've just walked him around a little bit. So we're just going to show you what we're up to with him. So as we said before, he got started a couple of years ago. He's just been sitting around not doing a lot. He's had half a dozen rides on him and he was feeling pretty good and soft and would stop off a breath off his seat. So we got him, put the saddle on a couple of days ago. I did trim his feet and he seemed to have lost his go forward movement, whereas before he used to be pretty free. So whether he's just, well, we're doing a complete restart, he's just forgotten everything and how to move. So I trust him fairly well. And the ground's a bit hard and I was going to stick a helmet on, but I think we'll be right. I've got my protective little cap on. So he was pretty easy to start at the beginning. He's within a day. Catherine's niece was leading him around and he was pretty good, despite being in the system for a couple of years. What am I doing here? Anyhow, I'll just clip that back on there. So it's just to show you where we're at with him. So can he bend his head? Yep. Can he move his hind? Yep. Can he bend his head? Can he move his hind? Yep. Right, let's go somewhere. So he was pretty reluctant yesterday, so I was sitting on him bareback and Catherine was just leading him around. So we'll see if we can get into a trot. Come on, come on. There we go. Well, so he's just learning, relearning everything. And he's so sensitive to a breath. I took a sniff in and he stopped. So let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. So he has a good stop on him. So if I walk him out and I go, there's a bolt, a buck and a rear, a spook. Now we're going somewhere. I think you just realise that it's okay. I'm on top, he's fine. Let's go. So this is the first time he's loosened up since we've done the restart. So as we come around here, I'm just going to breathe out and ask for a stop. So he hadn't forgotten. So we used to be able to do that a lot. So we've only had half a dozen rides, maybe 10. And oh no, now I'm in real trouble. I'll just put that up there. If I panic, there you go. What's your back? No, we'll just do a backup. How good's that for a one-handed backup? All right, we just paused to fix the mic up. I don't want that dangling around, so off we go again. So I've secured my helmet. Let's go. Come on. So I've got a night batch on this saddle. I've just got my little fingers curled around it, so if something goes wrong, we go to buck and I should be right. And on my other side I've got the lariat hooked up. Doesn't mean I can rope anything, it just means it's something for me to hang on to. So now, whoop, let's go. So we're back to normal. This is how it was 2 years ago. We've got life back again. Alright, so same deal over here. I'm going to breathe out. So we discovered the team penning last week. I went to a clinic and Mark at wherever he is, he let me borrow one of his horses and I had such a ball of team penning. It was a bit of an introductory day, so I was going to take him, but we didn't have enough preparation time. So I borrowed a horse and we might get this one going and do some team penning with him because he's got a beautiful stop on him. Can you go that way? That way? Off you go. Come on, go, go. we could even do some team roping. Here we are. Oh. Hey, there we go. There's that little stop button. Okay, let's rope something and stop. There we are. Pretty average looking, but you know, we're amateurs. He's a good horse. So he loosened up today. So this is what he was like 2 years ago. And I won't canter him because I won't push my luck too much. But he's good. He's a good horse. So it's time we all got them all going. So we've got little Winnie over there. We've I think Catherine just butterflied. It doesn't. She loses focus pretty quick. But anyhow, that's yeah. So we showed you some stuff earlier with Flaxley. So we just chuck things around. You know, how good do you want to get them? So you got to get them really good at stuff. So should they get tangled up, nothing phases them. And I've mentioned before my good friend Linda down in Kangaroo Island with her little brumbies. So this is what you got to do, Linda. Get them this good.
And how long did this actually take you?
How long did this? With him today or in the beginning? He was actually, he's got such a good personality. He was pretty easy. Flaxley, he was the rough one, but you know, you just do a little bit every day and take him to the edge. Don't tip him over too much, but just do stupid things. And if you watch we might put a reel up with what I did with Flaxley. I was just mucking around, but we had him tangled up in all sorts of bother. So you just you do this, because the story I tell was when I was a kid. So I was riding a neighbour's horse and someone ran out with a packet of chips and the horse took off, and I think I was 10 or something at the time, and I was stuck hanging off the side of this horse. So ever since then, every horse I come across, we get them good so that nothing phases them. Not to say it won't, but you know, you can. When there's another horse over there that came to the fence and chomped, did a bit of a sideways thing. So, but he's just learnt to handle stuff. So yeah. So there's a few trucks going up there. That's about half a mile away. But the road's been redone. So you just keep messing with them, and that's all you got to do. What does Pat say? You can't train a horse, but you can outlast him. Over and out. Alright, so we're here with Winnie, and as you can see I've got the helmet on, so I trust her. I've jumped on her a couple of times bareback in the last few days, but Catherine's put the saddle on. This is a lightweight saddle, the other one was just a bit too much for her. And so I haven't ridden her with the saddles for a couple of years, so we'll see how it all pans out. But Catherine's trotted her out. Catherine's trotted her out a bit, so there's still a bit of nervousness. Trotted her out with this on and led her around. And the ground's a bit hard here, so I'm just wearing the helmet just in case. So we started a pretty good 2 years ago, half a dozen rides. Now this saddle actually lightweight, but I won't do too much because as I've sat down it's hitting her with her, and she's got 2 blankets on there, but it's still a bit too much. So
Do you want to switch saddles?
we'll just show you where she's at. So look how soft that is. And we've done this a million times.
And this was always the side
When she would look around here, she would absolutely go nuts. So I'm hanging on to a night latch here, just in case. So she looks a little bit wary still. Can she move up? I've just barely touched her on the side, and she's there you go, round you go, round you go, round you go. So she's a bit cautious on that side.
And the helmet, we'll have to take this to St. Helen, but the helmet's not because you don't trust her, it's just
Well,
she's not as good as the other two.
no. And well, she's not my horse either, and when it's your own horse, you know how to trust, and the ground is a bit hard down here. Let's go for a walk. So she's a bit like Chomp in the last few days. She's forgotten how to move her feet. So I'm just going to let her go. So if Catherine walks backwards, so when we started Winnie, she was a bit like this. She couldn't move, so Catherine was riding her and I was walking backwards just to give her something to go to. So she trusts Catherine, so she's going to go to her. So we'll leave the reins loose, and I'm just hanging on and at the back because just in case. So I'm just a passenger. So this is her first ride, in a couple of years. There's a fly there. That's all right. See, that's kind of brave of her because she's willing to bring the head around and shoo the fly off, whereas she used to be too scared to bring her head to that side. So there we go. Just a nice little walk in the afternoon. And if we pan across, there's old Chomp, just ground tied. So that's the other thing, is we teach them to ground tie. Catherine's walking off, so she thinks she's saying, "Can I trot?" Well,
No, I'm trying to just back up.
anyhow, that's pretty good. She's starting to stride out. She's starting to loosen up. So if I go, there you go. So it's not a fluke. It's not just him. It's not just Flaxley. It's not just. That's what we do. Over and out.